Today we are pulling out the Kanonenjagdpanzer Tier 8 German tank destroyer, the first German tank destroyer without preferential matchmaking, premium, after the Jagdtiger 88, which is an original Tier 8 tank destroyer with preferential matchmaking. We're taking a look at it and how it's doing in game. Overall, it's only been played 135,000 times. This tank has never been considered good. All these tanks above it have more games than it, other than the Kanonenjagdpanzer 3 GST term, which is brand new to the game and not played well. Oh, that's because of the gun. But the Kanonenjagdpanzer was the same kind of thing. The gun was not that great. It had good DPM and decent premium rounds. But for tank destroyers, it was really bad. But it's recently seen some buffs. And actually, if we enable only Tier 8, it has the lowest win rate overall. 47.28% overall win rate in this thing. You are losing more games in this tank than any other tank. Now, that's not 100% fair, because if we look at recents, it's been played 1,000 times in the last 2 weeks, which is actually surprising amount of times. But it's still not played much. It's ranked number 5 in the tank destroyer, or ranked 5 and least played in the tank destroyer world of Tier 8. But the damage-wise, it's not doing terribly. See, it's not bad. It's up there with a bunch of the other ones. It's not too far down. Yeah, here it is. That's not too far down at all. In fact, it's in the upper half. So, but overall, this is the worst premium tank in the game. Since its conception, since its introduction, it has the lowest impact in game, and of course it does. We're talking 240 alpha damage. That is insanely low for a Tier 8 tank destroyer. That's low for a Tier 7 tank destroyer. That's about on par with Tier 6 tank destroyers. I mean, we're talking a 90mm cannon on here. But take a look at this rate of fire. 3.79 seconds to reload this thing. 3,800 DPM. 0.24 accuracy. Super fast shells. This used to fire AP, now it fires APCR. And it has 245mm of penetration. It used to have 238. No, it was lower than that. I don't even remember what it used to be, but it wasn't that great. But it's recently been buffed. It had 250 premium pen. And it was 238. The difference between the AP and the heat was only 12mm. So like if you shot premium rounds, you barely got any increase. Then they buffed it to 245, and they buffed the premium rounds to 275. So now there's an actual increase, but you fire heat. But the Kanonenjagdpanzer, what makes it special? I would say the DPM and the concealment. We're talking 186mm of still concealment, and so that is what we're going to be pulling out. That's what we're going to be using. I know people want to see the commander real quick. That's typical, and I want you to see. It's the same commander as my E25 from yesterday. So we have Born Leader, Rapid Loading, Steady Aim, Sixth Sense, Camouflage, Silent Driving, Situation Awareness, Deadeye, and I do have Muffled Shot. You could probably go with something else on this one. And then for my crew skills, Gun Rammer, Optics, Camouflage, Thieful Ridge, S-Fax. Okay, so the big problem with the Kanonenjagdpanzer, why its win rate is so low, and that's not going to change even with buffs, and why they introduced the Kanonenjagdpanzer 105, because you can't save this tank. No matter how much pen, no matter how much DPM, no matter what you do with this tank, you can't save it. The reason being is the low alpha damage. Every time you fire your gun, you're maybe doing 240 damage, and you're getting spotted. Meanwhile, the Kanonenjagdpanzer 105, a much better version of this tank, the one that basically replaced it and everyone plays, has a 105, of course, with 420 alpha damage. And so every time you fire, you're doing 420. And if you get spotted and shot, you've traded better. This tank is horrible at trading. It's all about finding locations where you can harass the enemy with your DPM and your low alpha. Because in this game, they've matched me up against a Borsig. I'm matched up against a Borsig. And so whether that Borsig is using his big gun or his small gun, he's out trading me 2-to-1 or 3-to-1. Yeah. And so that's the big problem. That's why you're going to lose a lot of your games, or why this tank loses so many of its games, because it doesn't have as big an impact per shot. It's a tank destroyer. If this is a medium tank with this DPM, that's insane. You know, you're not worried about it. But we're talking about a tank destroyer here. I mean, that's one shot there, 2 shots there. We've now done as much damage as the Borsig would have done with the small gun. Now we've done about as much damage as the Borsig would have done with the big gun. But I've had to fire 3 times. And luckily, all those times I didn't get spotted. But, I mean, we still only did 686. I may have done more with the Borsig in that one shot. But if he only allowed me to shoot him once, then we would have gone nowhere. I don't know if this guy's going to ever see me. I don't think he will. But this is where this tank really shines, so long as I don't get spotted. I did get spotted. And he shoots me. Oh, they both shoot me. That's fine. That's fine. It's all part of the plan. We'll just go down here now, knock down this tree, and use it as our cover, because he's in a position where we can just kill him. Boop. 198 alpha there. That was a bad shot. I don't actually have the. There we go. And he's dead. So, I mean, when you're able to set up like that, which is what you have to do. You can't just play this tank and expect it to work. You have to learn to set up. ISM will never see me. 350 base view range, I think that thing has. These are my standard rounds. The standard rounds on this, tier for tier, are so good. They're probably the best 90mm shells in the game. This guy might see me. Oh, actually, if I can't see him, he can't even see me, guaranteed. He's on fire, it doesn't matter. Lova Black will spot me. That thing has 400 view range. So we're gonna try to find a better place. The Motherland. Very good at scouting. You can use this tank to kind of do both. Spot and shoot here and there. But you are gonna have really good games if you use your tank primarily as a light tank with a gun. Fixed place light tank. Let's see if we can shoot this guy without getting spotted. We might be able to. We can. Also very fast shell velocity. Let's move up. Definitely you want to go optics on this thing. I didn't do that in the E25 because the E25 tier... It doesn't have to fight tier 9s, and so that gun can pick people apart and it's really fun and hilarious. But I did not do that. Oh, there we go. See, this is where you want to be. I get spotted here, probably by SFAX, so we're kind of screwed now. Pick up that kill. Oh, by these guys. I still might die to the SFAC. We seem to be good. Seem to be good. Alright, so we got spotted shooting at him. I don't know if it was from those heavies. It was by a Stritzvong. We have a 90mm, we can't actually touch him. Not with our 90mm. So we'll let our team deal with him. I'm gonna load heat. We can go through him with heat. You also get HEP on this, which is basically the German version of Hesh. Where is he? Trying to go from bush to bush. Ram him. There's the Borsig. We're gonna load our HEP to deal with him. And we're gonna get out of here. Oof. SFAC on SFAC action. That's some violence. Okay. The Borsig was coming after us. But we relocated. And now we're gonna use this bush here so he can't see us. Put a HE shell in. Bounce off. Well, hit him in the gun. There we go. He's never gonna see us. GG. This tank is right up my playstyle. This is my favorite playstyle in the game. I absolutely love camouflage. Ace tanker. Woo! Let's go. I love this. I do. I love this tank. I love this tank. And I am willing to agree that it quite possibly is the worst premium tank in the game. I'm willing to say that, but I love it, and it will perform very well if you know what you are doing and you set up and you use your DPM, or you use your scouting ability. It's a better scout than light tanks. All right, lots of tank destroyers. We have a platoon of 3 SFACs, so we've already won this game. I'm not moving out of your way. You deserve no respect. But 3-man platoon of SFACs. How toxic is that? And that's what I mean. We are lucky to have them on our team. More often than not, if you're playing a tank destroyer, then you're going to have a tank destroyer matched against you. Therefore, there's more likely a chance that the SFACs would be on the other team. But there are so many tank destroyers in this game that it was mixed up. And that's why playing things at tier 10, like tier 10 light tanks, like the Rheinmetall Borsig, the Panzerwagen, sorry, then you lose because you get matched up against things like the T100 LT or, heaven forbid, the T249. That's why that tank suffers so much. And that's the same case here. What are we getting matched up against? I'd say the closest tank to what we are is the Panzerjäger. The Panzerjäger has a turret. The Panzerjäger has 280 alpha damage. The Panzerjäger has oh yeah, that thing does have a better 90 mil. 267 millimeters of AP pen, APCR, standard, whatever it is. Absolutely insane. T29 is never gonna see us. He's just dead now. He needs to back up, and he didn't. Well, that's gonna hurt. Has his heat loaded and everything. He actually spotted me there in between shots fired, so he's got a pretty good crew. Because we were outside of our detection circle was outside of what was. So he ruins my fun, because that T29 was as doomed as they came. Grab firing. Bust his distracts in his engine. Dude, you out-trade me. Why don't you come out-trade me? Come on. Anyway, that's lost, so I'm gonna fall back. There are some crazy, crazy places you can go on this map to snipe. Man, that ravioli is really preventing me from doing what I want to do. The stuff we could do on this map. It's absolutely crazy. Now, SFACs are killing everyone. They have 3 kills. We might be able to mess this guy up with some HEP. I believe we have 105, something ridiculous, like 105 millimeters of penetration on these HEP shells and 320 alpha damage. And so it's just elevating our DPM into unbelievable numbers is basically what we're doing. Ravioli has 50 millimeters of frontal plate armor or something like that, so I think we can deal with him pretty easily with this. The issue being are the tank destroyers behind him. Also, this game is over. misses his shot. 324. 302. That's what this tank does. Let's keep the HEP loaded. Ooh, Dreadnought. I think we can pen the Dreadnought also with HEP. Yeah, we can. Well, we're dead. Please don't break my cover. He's got 350 alpha damage. Or 250. He rolled low. We rolled high. And by that I mean we got a fire. And he rolled low. Hello. Hello. You may have good camouflage, but it is not as good as my tank. We still lose once we fire, though. That's the problem. Yeah, he's dead. Use these trees. Is he coming? He is coming. Missed. We missed. Ooh, 300. Get out of here. Kanonen is confirmed better than the SFAC. 3,700. What was that, 38 or 28? 38 damage. Oh, we're making a ton of money. What's going on? What is going on? Top of the leaderboard again. This tank racks up damage fast. It's that DPM. Alright. What is this map? Some weird hybrid. Top tier again. Tier 8 matchmaking. It's either the best or the worst. So yeah. Let's see what we can do. In the Kanonenjagdpanzer. Oh, I prefer this one over the 105. I do. It's because of the DPM. If you can set up with this thing and unleash your DPM, it'll do much better than the 105. The 105 is better just in general. Just everywhere else because it's alpha and it's penetration. And you have the same camouflage and mobility and everything. But this one. This one's good. Alright, well. Outspotted the E25. We have bushes in between us. Into the bush, out of the bush, fire the shell. Rinse and repeat. SFAC. I'd rather shoot him. Now I'm willing to shoot. I'm more comfortable with 380 than 360 meters. Okay, we have to worry now about those tanks coming on. There they are. There we go, one shot into him. Finish him off. Let's knock this tree down. Like that. It's a bad shot. Iron Rain. Look at this shooting gallery, because they don't expect you to be up here. Capole is a tough shot for this amount of time. We're gonna load heat to ensure the kill here. to us. This is still fast firing. Fast firing heat. Like the shell velocity is still really good. Knock this tree down. Good shot. It's not going to save him. .90mm HG. I don't think it's going to do much to him. Okay. I'd consider him dealt with. No, I still want to kill him. One shell from the SFAC, that's fine. Knock this down. There we go. Not the shot I wanted to take. I thought he was further back than that. And the E25 is there. Gonna load HEP. Everything here has no armor. And if that E25 pushes us, we're gonna want that extra DPM. Two SFACs still alive, by the way. There they are. Oh, there's one of them. Oh, the Borsig saved him. The Borsig pulled out in front. That's so obnoxious. Lucky, lucky dog. Borsig just backed up into my shot. And ate it. And so, of course, we're killed by the most OP tank in the game. At the moment. Interesting matchmaking. Lots of bots. Are there just not enough players right now? Weird. Very weird. What I'm gonna do, as this was gonna be my last game, but I don't think I want to end on bots, so we'll include this game, give you guys a bit of a longer video, and then we'll do one more. Maybe we'll find some tier 10s. Who knows? Who knows? Tier 8 can be generous sometimes, so, and that seems to be the case. Kanonenjagdpanzer is being loved. They match us up against a Panzerjäger. That's what you have to look out for in this tank, is getting matched up against Panzerjäger. Why did I go this way and not this way? Because the bots are going to go like this. I don't know. I don't know. Hindsight. We're going to load HEP for the Panzerjäger. So we're going to beat him up here probably for sure. And then we're going to knock this tree down like this. And begin firing our gun like this. Oop. He saw me there, actually. So this tree is not as good as I thought it was. Or was hoping it would be. Dude, bots are obnoxious. He's just blind. He knows where I am, and he's just looking at me. He fired as soon as he came out. That's a tool, man. Cheever, you're next. That should have gone in. That should have gone in. There we go. There we go. He's got a tank behind us as well. Get him out. Okay. Time to go. This was fun. But their real players have arrived. And I do not want to deal with them right now. So we're going to load HEP, actually, and we're going to go after the pig. Yeah, those are the real players. Oh, piggy, piggy. Piggy, piggy. I'm 12. Where's the M12 gonna be? We passed through the base, so he knows we're coming. Found him. He had no idea we were coming. Let's go for his tracks there. I'd rather do that than pen him with the HEP. Now, there are a lot of tanks over this way that we have to be careful about. Panther 88 has no idea. Easy free shot. He's a real player. Definitely want to get him out. Executed. Now we have to worry about the other side. Climbing will be quicker. Health is about even. And we are just about out of real players. Just that E25. And he does not have much health left. And they have every one of their players left is still alive, or every one of their tanks left is a real player. Panzerjäger is very healthy, and we are out of HEP. That's no good. That's about the last thing we want. We're gonna wait for the Panzerjäger to come up. Actually, there's the AT-15. I thought AT-15 was gonna be coming this way, but he's not, so we're gonna actually go ambush this guy before the Panzerjäger gets here. I'm gonna get right behind him and shoot him 3 times, real quick, real fast. Very good. We can actually go through his tracks and his hull here. Okay, Panzerjäger in the base. He's gonna cap that. Oh boy, hopefully E25 can get there in time. That VZ jumps on, we're doomed. I have to come from the other side. They're both there. Okay, E25, it's up to you. Come on, guys. Someone's gotta go. Someone's gotta do it. My tank is fast, but I don't know if it's that fast. 13 seconds. It's gonna be really close. Okay, now he's a 1 shot. Come on, knock him out. Knock him out. You got to pen him, dude. Got him. And I broke his optics. I broke his optics. He can't see me. He fixes them. Now he sees me. But it's gonna be too late. Boom. Get out of here. Gosh. What a tank. Now everybody's like, that tank's amazing. I gotta go play it. Like I said, this tank is right up my playstyle. This is what I love. What I love. There's another ace tanker. Mark goes up. We have a defender medal. Let's see that scoreboard. Didn't stand a chance. Hot dog Tog scoring 3rd. Gosh. I did say I would do one more after the game with the bots, but that game was so good. That's how I'm gonna end it. Another ace tanker. We got to show off what the tank can do, what it's capable of, Basically, its strengths: the camouflage, the view range, and the DPM. The gun itself, though not that great, if you're able to sit up where you can just fire, you're going to find yourselves in a very good situation. Much better than the 105, because the 105 doesn't have the DPM. You fire once and you kind of move on. Unless, of course, you're in a good sniping spot where you're not getting spotted and targets keep popping up in front of you. Otherwise, this tank does pretty well. You got to keep targets in front of you and keep shooting to do damage. But if you can do that, it's not a bad tank. Hey, congratulations. Get this out of my face. Why? Why would you do this? Why would you do this? Randomly while I'm trying to do my outro. Wargaming, you're so good. So I guess that's it, telling me to wrap it up. You're rambling on, and I guess I am. So that's it. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever it is you want to do, go ahead and do it. And I'll be seeing you guys all later. Take care, everyone, and peace out.